Hey everyone, it's me Jay, and before I jump into this video, look at my outfit. Like, look how cute this looks. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Look how cute this outfit is. Look at my shoes. I'm stunting. I'm having a good time, and I'm just really pretty. But before I jump into this video, I wanted to let you guys know that my next video is gonna be a Q&A. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try and answer as many questions as I can in the next video. But yeah, let's just jump right into this video. I've been having a lot of feelings about this lately, and I just wanted to express it with you guys. I know by reading the title, this video might seem a little bit controversial, and to be honest, it probably is slightly controversial, but it's nothing that I haven't said in the past before, and it's nothing that I don't feel. I just wanted to express this and just really let it off my chest. And yeah, so basically one of my most asked questions is, Jay, who's your favorite trans YouTuber? Or like, you know, Jay, what trans YouTubers do you like to watch? And to be honest, if you look through my subscription list, I don't have that many trans YouTubers that I really watch. And I know before you go, oh my God, Jay, are you transphobic? No, that's not the case, obviously. I love my trans sisters, I love my trans brothers. If you're a trans YouTuber and you're creating content that only helps normalize us, I 100% respect you, unless you're Blair White, but that's besides the point. I 100% respect you, I 100% appreciate all the content that you create in order to help people out there. And you know, it seems like a normal thing, right? Like watching other people that creates content just like me, you know, to watch them and to subscribe to them and to keep updated with them. And to an extent, I do. There are some trans YouTubers that I would watch a lot, but like, or maybe I'll read the title, I'll watch like a minute of it and then click off. And the reason for it, and it's not anything like crazy, but the reason for it is because I am such a negative person, and it's honestly like a really bad issue that I face. My transition was really, really hard, and a lot of you guys know that. Like, I went through some really crazy battles. And when I hear other people talking about their transition, it worries me, and it scares me, because I've closed so many doors in my head that I've kind of developed this PTSD of sorts, where if I hear someone talk about a situation, then I might relive it myself, and then I start getting like really bad depression, getting really bad anxiety, and I can be in a funk for the longest funk I've ever been in. It was like a year after I was like in this debate, and I lost it. I like broke down because I was like reliving a memory in the past. And a lot of times this happens with anyone like pretty much mentions religion. I'm so anti-religion just because of how much of a pain it's caused me when it comes to transitioning and accepting myself. And a lot of it comes with like people talking about their acceptance in family and just like basically how their family reacted or treated them. I'm really skeptical of watching situations like that or watching what people have to say, because I'm scared of reliving it, and it's honest and it's real, and it really causes me a great deal of stress and anxiety that I hate to admit, but it's the truth. Like, I've honestly had such a hard time transitioning that I never want to relive it ever again. And I'm proud of who I am, definitely. I'm proud of the journey that I took to get here. No one can take that from me. That is my own creative journey. And I do appreciate what other people have to say and hearing their journey stories, but I am really, really wary of watching any, just because it can really put me in a rough spot. And as if you guys may know, I'm definitely a crier, so I tend to cry quite a bit. So yeah, that's probably the biggest reason why I try not to engage in that many trans YouTubers. Like, if they make a silly like video like that's YouTuber-y style and not so trans related, I'll more likely probably click on it, just because I've said everything that I could say about the topic. I've kind of worn out the topic my own self. So when I hear someone else like talking about the same thing I talk about, it also kind of like, I don't need to hear what they have to say. I already have my own like opinions on it, I guess you can say. I already have my own thoughts on it, so I don't really need to further my knowledge, I guess. Does that make sense? So the next reason is probably the worst reason that you can have. I'm a shitty person for this, and I admit that, but I think a lot of trans individuals do this, and that's just comparing ourselves, constantly comparing ourselves to other people, and constantly putting ourselves in, like, trying to put ourselves in their shoes. And you know, like, my biggest thing, is seeing a person's wealth and saying, wow, they're so lucky because they have the money, the resources, the support to do all of this stuff. And for me, I didn't. And so I get really angry a lot of times. Like the only reason that you're in this situation is because you had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like a big, the reason why I hate Caitlyn Jenner, there's many reasons, but a big one is because I don't think she really understands her privilege in transitioning. It definitely is something that people go through, like a process that people battle life or death with. Like it can be like one day, like you're almost to your ends limit, and you want to just off yourself, and that's such an awful thing to think, but it's a reality for so many of us. And I've been there where I've been in this down, dark place before transitioning, because it was really, really hard for me, and I feel like I compare myself a lot with people and just seeing their situation and seeing what they went through and just being like, oh, I went through it harder. And that's such a shitty thing to do, because no two transitions are the same, at all. And everyone's transition is relative. Someone's struggles can feel so real to them, even if they seem less than your struggles are. So it doesn't make their feelings less valid. It doesn't make what they feel less valid. The same goes with transitioning and just passability. I look at other trans YouTubers and I'm just like you're so lucky, you look so pretty, hormones did you so good, blah, 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 blah. But passing privilege or pretty privilege isn't a real thing, because they still feel a certain way. A lot of people say that they wish that they looked like me, but I still see myself as not feminine enough, or not this enough, or not that enough. And it doesn't invalidate what they've gone through, their experience, and how they currently feel about themselves, because it can be a dark situation being a trans individual. You really don't know what you look like or who you look like until 30 years from now you look back and you see yourself compared to where you used to be, that you can really say that wow, I'm beautiful and I should have been happy in that situation. And that happens to me a lot. I'll look from a year ago, I'll look at a picture of me from a year ago and be like, wow, Jay, you're so skinny, and then you thought you were fat, what the heck? But regardless of that all being said, I constantly compare myself. I constantly look at other trans YouTubers and I say, why don't I look like that? And I just found it very toxic. And the thing that I love to do the most is avoid people, right? That's my specialty. Jae Noel equals avoiding everything, bills, credit card payments, literally just money, basically, and also trans YouTubers. But I avoid it because I don't want it to give me the stress that it does, and for me to constantly just be such a shitty person. And I know that I'm a shitty person. I know when I think these things or I feel these feelings, I know that I'm 100% being the person that I don't want to be. And it's something that I definitely need to work on. And it's something that I definitely want to work on. I pushed myself away from so many people in the past year, and it really sucks because I miss having friends. I miss hanging out with people. I've become such a loner. I don't really hang out with anyone anymore. And I want to get out there more and just stop being so fucking sad. I'm such a sad person. But with that all being said, those are pretty much the two reasons why I don't really watch a lot of trans YouTubers. But there are some that I watch, and I'm not going to say that I don't watch no trans YouTubers. A lot of trans people that I like to watch on YouTube are smaller creators that I can reach out to and say, hey, be my friend, you're beautiful, I love everything about you. And that happened with a few of my friends that I have today. One being Gage. A lot of you guys know Gage. I feel like everyone knows Gage. She's a really good friend of mine. We kind of haven't really talked in as much as we used to in a really long time. I feel like we both kind of have our lives to live. We've kind of separated a little bit. She also lives on the other side of the country than where I live, so it's harder to communicate. And but she's a really amazing person. A lot of love and support for her. I really appreciate her so much. Another trans YouTuber is Stacey Fatimi. Amazing trans woman. Just probably one of the baddest bitches I've ever watched. Her journey through GRS was incredible, and I just really appreciate her her power through it all, and I really appreciate her strength, and I just love her vlogs and just what she has to say. She's pretty cool. And the next one is Chandler Wilson. Whenever I came out to my dad, I watched their coming out to their dad video, and it was really emotional and just as emotional as mine, and I just really loved their video. So those are the 3 trans YouTubers I recommend for you guys to watch. Amazing people, you should check it out. Also really good friends of mine, all of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and I also have an album. Those links will be in the description. I'm currently working on an EP, so keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, if you want to follow me, I have a Twitter and Instagram. Those links will also be in the description. But thank you guys for watching. We're almost at 13,000 subscribers, which is crazy. If you're new, if you're old, I really wanted you guys to know that I appreciate you, and I just really admire all of the support that I've gotten since coming out. I really have grown to be such a beautiful woman, and that's mainly because of you guys and your support, and just all of you being my selected family. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love, and I really am happy that I have so many people that care about me in my life. So with that all being said, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.